So Daredevil just got cancelled, which is why folks like me have to get in front of a camera and tell you about how cool it was, starting with season 1. Daredevil, season 1. Now, Daredevil was, I mean, I have to use past tense when talking about Daredevil now. How fucked up is this shit? Daredevil was a show that's still on Netflix that told the story of Matt Murdock, you know, the superhero. Blind lawyer by day, vigilante by night. It is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the tie-ins are very, very minimal. And essentially, it deals with the struggle of Matt Murdock, a man who is blind following an accident that he had as a kid, who has heightened senses. At night, he becomes a street vigilante and fights for justice, because justice is blind. During the day, however, he and his best friend Foggy Nelson try to put together their own law firm. And now we have an amazing, amazing show that was cancelled. I can't stress that enough as a negative. Right out the gate, let me tell you that Daredevil was Marvel's masterpiece. It is better than the entirety of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And you know me, I'm not a Marvel hater. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Daredevil just does everything right. First of all, let's talk about the look, the atmosphere, and the style of the show. Because this show was created by Drew Goddard. Huge fan of that guy. He was one of the best writers on Angel, if you remember that show. Videos are coming. And the director of Cabin in the Woods and Bad Times at the El Royale. So, yeah, naturally, huge fan of that guy. And it just shows. The writing is perfect. It reminded me of Batman Begins, Angel, and all the stuff that me, the nerd, loves so much. Hell's Kitchen feels like a real nasty place. It reminded me of Gotham City. But now, let's talk about Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock. He is the definitive Matt Murdock, the definitive Daredevil, because that Ben Affleck atrocity, yeah, it never happened. I love this character so much because he's relatable. He doesn't have any special superpowers. Yeah, he has heightened senses and he's almost a parkour artist and martial artist, but you can kill him with a single bullet. So he's a guy fighting for justice. He's basically Marvel's answer to Batman, but he's not rich. Also, the fact that he does have a social life, the fact that he does have friends works perfectly. And these side characters could have been boring as fuck, but luckily, Foggy Nelson and Karen Page, his assistant, work perfectly. And the action is simply phenomenal. Seriously, this is everything I want out of an action show, because you can actually tell what the fuck is happening. Long establishing shots, no shaky cam, and the choreography, the fight choreography, is out of this world. Episode 2, oh my god. And the costume itself, I love the fact that Daredevil doesn't sport his actual Daredevil suit until the very end of the first season. No, he basically puts on a blindfold and a dark sweater. That's basically it. That's something that I could get on Amazon or eBay, or something that I do have at home. Yeah, maybe I am Daredevil. It just made it so much more relatable and gritty. And this show is dark and gritty, which is why it doesn't necessarily fit into the tone that Marvel tried to establish over the years with its Marvel Cinematic Universe, which might be one of the reasons why it got cancelled. And we have to talk about Vincent D'Onofrio as Wilson fucking Fisk. Holy shit, he kills it. This is how you portray a powerful villain. He's the Kingpin, the crime lord of Hell's Kitchen, and he's actually a relatable character. It would have been so easy to have a typical James Bond style villain or a typical throwaway villain. I mean, look at the MCU. This guy has an established character arc. He's socially awkward. He doesn't really know how to talk to people when he's alone with them. He reminded me, I mean, it's Vincent D'Onofrio, and remember his role in Men in Black? Sometimes the awkwardness comes out.
Thank you, Wesley. Thank you. Vanessa, I would like to invite you to dinner.
And the flip side to this awkwardness are his non-stop aggressions. Sometimes he just unleashes the devil, no pun intended, where he just decapitates some folks. And it works perfectly. He's a real guy, and you understand where he's coming from halfway through the show. Yeah, he's not just a bad guy for the sake of being a bad guy. He has his own twisted moral compass, but you understand why he thinks that he's actually the hero of the story. And when these two guys clash, Matt Murdock and Wilson Fisk, it's amazing because you have two well-written, well-established morals and characters that just have to clash because of their ideology. Which goes to show that superhero stories don't always have to end in a scenario where the world is ending, where a blue sky beam is shot into the air. No. An intimate crime drama is everything I'm looking for. This is why my favorite superhero movies of all time are The Dark Knight, Logan, Deadpool. Intimate stories are much more interesting than super extravaganza destruction of nonsense like Transformers, for example. This show did everything right. It did everything to perfection, and season 1 is on Netflix, as are the others. The others, they are getting their own videos, but for now I leave it at season 1 because season 1 of Daredevil is amazing. If you haven't seen it by now, go check it out. You will not regret it. So my question for you today is Daredevil season 1. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you think about Daredevil being cancelled? Let me know in the comment section below. And thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you like what you see and you want to see more, then just subscribe.